Hi everybody, welcome back. Samantha, Kansas City Stitcher here for Flosstube number 40. Today's Wednesday, February 12th. It's been over a month. And I have like 20 something things to show. So I want to say mini whip parade, but it's not at all because I have like 100 whips. So I do have a little bit of stats from January that I'm going to share just because I find it a little bit interesting because I'm trying to keep track of stitch counts and everything this year. I finished 3 things. I started 3 things in January. I worked on 32 unique projects and I did 28,180 stitches of the stitches that I could count because I worked on paper patterns and stuff. I will say I've stitched a lot already in February, so I'm going to start off with my finishes, and I just hit, let's not. I have 3 finishes. First one is my 4th wing. This is a fabric that I dyed myself, a 28 count. The pattern name is, I'm pretty sure, 4th wing. It's one of Jen's Wolf Down the Rabbit Holes patterns. And I actually stitched 2. Onyx Storm came out, and I finished this the day Onyx Storm. Nope, I finished this the week before Onyx Storm, and then I finished another one. Oh, this is so good. I'm going to figure out how to hang this, what I'm going to do, and hang this up somewhere around my bookshelves. Yeah. That's a good one. And she came out with Violent Little Thing. Oh, this one's so good too. I think I did this all with color and cottons that I had in stash. And it's just on a 14 count black Aida. This was a SAF since my last video. I did finish this the day that Onyx Storm came out. There was like over 2,000 stitches in this. I stitched this in 3 days because I couldn't put it down. I wanted to finish this before I started Onyx Storm, and I did. And last, I stitched 2,308 stitches on this, which is the total stitch count because I don't think I started this. It's Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries, I Love You a Latte. And I stitched this with a color conversion. I know that this color, the up in here, and that it's in some of the latte part, is one of the flosses that Rebecca sent me during my advent in December. But the whole thing is done now. I'm gonna try to make this into a pillow. When? I don't know, because I haven't even finished my other one into a pillow. Which I don't know where it is now. I'll figure that out. I have started one thing. And this is the Book of Psychic Readings. This is a haunted frame stitchery pattern. This is not a perfect mock-up because there's backstitch in it, and Pattern Keeper doesn't show backstitch, but that's what it'll look like. I'm stitching this on one of the DMC Aidas 14 count, and I'm using a sulky conversion. Actually, I think this black is Anchor Black, but the rest of it's going to be Sulkies. I did 916 stitches the day that I started it, and I haven't touched it since, but yeah. And I'll stitch another book on the other half whenever Rebecca and I are done with this one. That's like one of my favorites. We're going to get into my temperature stitching because I have been doing that. This one is Modern Folk Embroideries. All are equal. All are equal. Annie and I are stitching this together. I have worked on this 3 days. I did 313 stitches on it. This is on a 22 count Aida. I think all I had was the border, these leaves, and all done before, so I've done all of this. And I'm using a Pirate and Robin floss boysenberry. I need more Pirate and Robin floss. I love it. Next is Tell Me I'm Pretty, which is a Mama Witch X Stitch pattern. I've been working on this for a long time. All of these I'm hoping to get finished this year, so we'll see. I worked on this for 2 days for 199 stitches, so I actually missed one stitch, but this is a Jody fabric 14 count. And I lost my needle minder when I did this, when I got this out of the bag, so that's okay. There's like 5,000 stitches in this pattern, I think. And I have this in my Advent bag. This is like one of the only summery-ish patterns I have, so. Next is Let Toxic Bridges Burn. This was an Etsy shop. This is not in color. I don't remember the Etsy name. I'm stitching this on a 14 count Black Aida. I worked on this 5 days. I did 502 stitches on this. And it was all in the word toxic. And that word is actually almost done now. I love this, and this will definitely go in a frame when it is done. Next is just one more chapter, Pentini Pentini. I did 2 days on this for 204 stitches. And that's where I'm at. I think I did finish the outline of the books and I started in this. Honestly, if I just pulled this out and worked on it, this would be done pretty quickly. There's not that much left. But that's what the temperature stitching is for. I'm gonna just keep working 100 stitches at a time on temperatures. Next is in my birthday bag. And it is Blackbird Designs Strawberry Fields Forever. I worked on this for 4 days and did 412 stitches. I'm working this on 32 count Forbidden Fiber Co. Cranberry Crush. Oh my gosh, I actually remembered it. I know I did all of this, and I think I did all of this down. This is so good. This was called on my WIPGO this month, but while all this stuff is on my WIPGO board for finishes this year, temperature stitching is where it's how it's gonna get finished. Next is another modern folk embroidery, Spirit of the Dead. I'm stitching this on a 20 count Be Stitch Me Portabella, and I'm using a Be Stitch Me silk. I think it's called Mission. And I know that I worked down in here. I worked on this 2 days, so 200 stitches. I'm using the projected temperatures. And I think I have them all wrote down for this week. I think this might get another day this week. I'm about to cut this fabric because I want it for something else. Although, I don't need to start anything at the moment. Next is Brenda Gervais Pink Sparrow Sampler. I'm using the DMC conversion, kind of. I'm doing this on 32 count Be Stitch Me Cold Foam. I'm almost done with page 1. I didn't write this one down. Oh yeah, I did. 304 stitches. So 3 days. And I think almost all of those were in this bird. And I know I did CD. And I started down here. I love this one. I don't know why, because this is really not my colors in my house, but that's fine. I stitched on Stitchy Princess, the Winter Fairy. I did 5 days on this, and I did 524 stitches. This is like halfway, I think. It's hard to even see it. It's on a 28 count. I'm working on just the white right now. I I told myself whenever this only had a couple hundred stitches left on it, I was going to finish it. And I'm hoping that happens before winter is over, because I'd like that one to be done this winter. Next is Bluebeard Sampler, which I only worked on for one day, and I had to rip a bunch of stitches out because I miscounted. Oh. This is Shannon Christine. This is on 20 count Be-Stitch Me Ledger? Nope, Water Nymph. I don't know why I can never remember that. I'm close to having page 1 done on this too. I had to rip out a bunch of stitches over here though, because I was off by like 2 stitches. I don't know. And I did not restitch them. It'll get restitched when it gets restitched. It's fine. I would like to get to the bottom of this so I can figure out where I can cut this fabric, because right now it's taking up the whole thing. I have the whole thing in here. And I don't want to cut it wrong. I have a barely started wheel that I'm spinning for Alara's Monopoly board for the Chaos piece. This one was called the week that Chaos came out. And I did 819 stitches on it. I think it needed 816 or something. It's Sabrina and Harry Gobble style. RATM. And I'm stitching this on Fangirl Fibers Spring Court, 28 count. And I'm just doing whatever colors look good. I'm using just random floss that is similar to the called for. This is one that I don't know how many stitches I did. This is Cocoa Quaker. And I probably won't pull this out anymore until Christmas in July. I'm doing this on a 32 count. Forbidden Fiber Co. I don't know the name of this fabric. I just worked a bunch of the green. Candy! Don't. Oh, she barked, so another dog is gonna start. And I think these got out of order, because I'm pretty sure Away We Ride is a temperature. Yeah, and I worked on it for 3 days because I did 311 stitches. Blackbird Designs, Away We Ride. And I can hear a cat. What? Why is my cat going nuts? I'm stitching this on 32 count. Skyfall? Is that right? It's Fiberlicious. Yeah, Skyfall. That's where I'm at. I haven't worked on this in a couple weeks. I think all 3 of those days were called in the same week. I love this, and I really just want to get this border done. I'm kind of over it. Lala D Stitches has a borders wheel and for this year, and I'm kind of thinking maybe I need a borders wheel. I got too many goals. I cannot add a borders wheel to a goal. Handy little dog. Next is I Put a Spell on You. Lutheran art. I'm obsessed with this pattern. I did 532 stitches. This is a 14 count Black Ada. Oh, it is so good. Oh, you can even see the black stitches on it. This is so good. I think that I might put this in my temperature stitching when the Winter Fairy is done. This Black Ada is very stiff though, but yes, it's so good. Using the Call for DMC. Next, I wanted to pull out something different. I don't know. I pulled out Alice in Wonderland Tree. I did like 300 stitches on this. I'm stitching this on a 20 count Ada Be Stitch Me Morning Fog. I know I put in the red hearts. I put in the red part of her dress. I did a leaf. I did these red hearts. And I think I might buy the Snow White tree. Tiny Modernist. Oh, I hope Tiny Modernist does a bell tree because I'm going to need that. Bell, Wizard of Oz. They do have a Wizard of Oz tree that I'm also thinking I need. Yes, yes. I still have the other half of this fabric. Maybe I need to buy the Wizard of Oz one. And Beauty and the Beast are my favorite. Absolute favorites. Next, I was really feeling this. It's the Barbarina's Bonkers Sow, which I think is actually called Mad Hatter something. I don't know. It's a female Mad Hatter. I'm stitching this on a 28 count Fangirl Fibers. Throwing Stones. And I did like all of this. I don't know, I was watching one of the playoff games, one of the Chiefs playoff games, and worked on this. I worked all of this and I brought this up. When something else is done, I'll put this on my temperature stitching because I kind of want my temperature stitching to stick with smaller things. Next is the project I've done the most stitches on. I have done 5,591 stitches. I'm trying to stitch 1,500 stitches a week on Vanessa. Artwork by, I can never remember their name. It's on Instagram. And it's charted by Unconventional X Stitch. It's Vanessa. I started this with Wicked Cat Stitch. on August 1st last year. I am at 21.43%. This is a 22 count Ada that I dyed myself. Oh my gosh, she's looking so good. I'm hoping to get her finished last week of July, first week of August, somewhere around there. Oh, a needle miter was on some of the stitches. I am totally obsessed with this. Totally obsessed. I really want to stitch on almost nothing but her, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it because I know that I'll burn myself out and I won't want to pick her up at all. So 1,500 stitches a week is going to have to work for now. Right now I've been just working on DMC 23, which is all this. And I'm working on her shoulder over here. I have not done my 1,500 stitches yet this week. I've done, I don't know, like 350 of it. She might not get her 1,500 stitches this week because I'm kind of, well, it'll be the last one I show you because it's what I've been working on today. Rebecca and I, Slightly Bananas, are working on A Year in the Woods for seasonally. She has already finished the bear, so I'm working on the bear until winter is over. So March 19th is the day that this has to be finished because spring is March 20th. She's working on the swans because I've already finished the swans. I'm stitching this on a 36 count lavender with the called fors. I've worked quite a bit on this. I only had like a little bit of this over here worked on. I finished this house. I've done all of this. There's still a little bit of brown that needs to go over here. And the bear has been started. And I started on the little bit that's over here. I love this. These are like totally different colors than what I normally work on, so this has been really nice to pull out. Oh yeah. So, hopefully this is a finish next month. It better be, because otherwise I'm late. After I'm going to make that my chaos piece, I think, until it's done. Rebecca and I have been doing 500 stitches a week on a project of our choice, and mine is Mini Pixie Dreams. Artwork by Julie Finn. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. That's what it'll look like. And I am at 5.81%. I am working all of the 310 first. And I was working it in a diagonal. And then the diagonal kind of stops like right up in here. So I just wanted to work my way over and work this diagonal. And then I'll come back and fill this in and go down. I did 2,048 stitches. Every week I think I've done a little bit over 500 stitches, but it will finish off the 310 and have me go to the next color before the end of the year. And then I think I'm not going to hold myself to this because I wanted to finish crossword this year and I haven't picked it up except for like 1 or 2 days in January. But I think I kind of want to finish this next year. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know, for Becca and I do 500 stitches a week again, I might pick this. This has been kind of relaxing, and these 500 stitches, mostly because it's 310 and this is super easy to stitch. And this is a 28 count, easy grid, 2/110 stitch. It's taken me like maybe 2 hours to do these 500 stitches because, well, it's just easy. Next is the piece I use for Alera's Earth piece. It's my Elemental Dragon's Earth. I will swap this out to be something else whenever it's finished. I'm stitching this on a 32 count. They're no longer in business. Fortnite Fabrics. And I did 1,142 stitches on this. I finished a quadrant. I'm working on the next quadrant. And actually, I think no, I did all the stitches for this week, for the last 2 weeks. It was like between 800 and something to 900 and something to like 1,100 and something stitches for this last 2 weeks. I think I did like the 900 stitches. And I'm off a stitch in this quadrant. This dragon is off 1 stitch this way. I'm not fixing it. It's gonna stay this way. It's fine. I will survive. I'm stitching this with Night Stalker Calling scales. I don't think Alera's posted a video yet this week. Next, I'm also stitching this with Annie, and it's my cat's cafe. She messaged me and told me she pulled hers out, and I was like, oh, I need to pull mine out. And I got to like 3.5%. This is what it'll look like. It doesn't show the back stitch, but I love this, and I will be doing another Soda stitch after this. But I did do like 402 stitches on it. I'm doing this on a 28 count hand-dyed by Verlonda. Yeah, 28 count. And I'm working on the middle cat. I finished this colored yellow on the top part of the cat, and I started it on the 310. I wanted this to be like they're outside in the sky riding on a bike, and that's exactly what I'm getting from this fabric. Oh, I love this. I need to work on this more. I think I'm gonna try to finish this next year though. This might be my break it up next year. By however many stitches a week, which is what I'm doing on Vanessa. Another part of this comes out tomorrow. This is Kathy Barrick's Christmas Quaker stocking and sampler. I am doing both. Annie is breaking this up every 2 weeks. This one is the sampler. I'm doing these both on 40 count coconut shell. You can't see the white. You can barely see the white. When like love is down here. I can see it just fine in person. You just cannot see it in the camera. So this will be coming out tomorrow. And the stocking. Oh, I love this. I'm doing a Dinky Dice conversion on both. The stocking I made pinks and silvers. This lighter pink, you can barely see that. I can see it. This white color is actually a whitish pinkish color. Not that I'm getting that even in person. I'm not. It looks white. I'm hoping that this is a long enough piece. It should be. I calculated it being long enough. I'm hoping I gave myself enough room to make this into a stocking. We'll see. We all know that this is going to sit in a drawer after it's done for a while. I'll do something with the sampler before I probably do something with the stocking. Next is Cherry Magpie. This is a Jet X stitch pattern. I'm stitching this on a 32 count. Forbidden Fiber. Fiberlicious. Summer Soiree. I'm doing my own color conversion. Similar-ish to the called fors. And I did 1,013 stitches this month. I'm trying to do 1,000 stitches a month to get this finished by the end of the year. I am so in love with this. I started this for Annie's birthday. Well, I didn't start it on her birthday. I started it later because I started something else, and finished it. But I started this one for her birthday too, when it came out. I stitched all of this. All the starting of the cherry down. And I did some of this red. This is so good. And it takes everything I have every time I pull this out to put it away. And only stitch my 1,000 stitches. I did these 1,000 stitches in 2 days. I am quite obsessed. Jessica can do no wrong, and I think I will be stitching all of her patterns. Because after I'm done with focusing on this one, I'm going to pull back out my Persephone's Garden. And my blue roses, I think, will be a temperature stitch after everything else. Okay. And the last thing I've worked on, and I will be pulling this back out after I'm done with this video, is Primrose Cottage Valentine's Day Quaker, because Friday's Valentine's Day. I am stitching this on a 32 count Forbidden Fiber Co. I don't know the name of this fabric. I started this 1/1. Up here, I can't really see those stitches. You can't really see those stitches. So I changed it. It's 2/1 or 2/2. And I have 3 different colors going on. The pink, this light pink, is Classic Colorworks Shrimp Cocktail. This reddish pink-ish color is a Hand Dyed by Rolanda floss. And this purpley color which is this and this, are a Mosaic Silk Cherry Wine. Don't know why it's named that. It's purple. I mean, it looks a little bit pink, I guess, but I'm hoping to finish this before Valentine's Day. If not, this will be pulled back out in September and finished for my husband and I's anniversary. And I have a whole other half, which I think I might put the Valentine's Terranium on. I love this fabric. This was a fabric of the month a few years ago. Yeah, that's getting pulled back out. I'm not done with that. I bought a few things. My Tudor style house finally came in. I love this. This is so cute. This horse and this moose. Oh. This is pretty much all DMC. I mean, Gentle Arts Garden Gate is called for in here, but good luck finding that. I'll just use the DMC conversion whenever I get to it. I found some vintage hoops at the thrift store. I paid 25 cents a piece for these little ones and 50 cents for the bigger one. I'm gonna talk about plans a little bit. Oh, nope. I did buy some other things. I showed Rebecca this yesterday. Kaylee at the sewing shop, Kaylee Tent Stitch, she got me. She got me so good. She posted these a while ago and I was like, I don't need them. I'm not going to do that. But then I did. I did do this. I had to buy this. Red Queen. Yes. Yes, she is just that fantastic. And I realized I needed this because of how obsessed I am with that Vanessa, that I was like, I want these faces. I want them. These are way bigger than Vanessa, but, and I bought the Oz one. I'm pretty sure that when Beck's Benz did her sale and she was doing fabric, I think I bought a 28 count pink fabric that I will be stitching 2/1 10 stitch, and I will be starting this on my birthday. Yeah. Oh, look at how, oh my gosh. Oz, oh, that Oz looks so good. Oh, this is so good. And it's no background. I bought a couple other things. Need a lot designs. What in the world is happening with my tablet? What is it doing? Need a Lot Designs is having a sale. I don't know if it's still happening. I'm pretty sure it is. I've been wanting this I'm a Sucker for You. Yes. Yes, I did need that. I've been looking at this for a while. So I needed Alice in Cheshire Cat. There is a Red Queen one. I haven't bought it yet, but I'm going to. And this baby jackalope. I couldn't. It's only 4,555 stitches for this jackalope. Perfect. And then I don't know if anybody's heard Colorfully Sarah shop. I bought a few patterns. I bought this Squishmallow pattern. I'm starting this for my birthday. I'm gonna start this for my birthday, and I'm hoping people will start any Color Fleece Era pattern for my birthday with me on March 22nd. Because I bought a few, and I'm gonna show you. There's a Tamagotchi one. I loved Tamagotchis. This mushroom one, yes, yes. This jelly plushies, yep. And then retro ghosts. Now it looks better on black. It's shown as on black, but I'm just showing the. And the fall pastel pumpkins. There's another one too. I haven't put it on my pattern keeper yet though. Oh, those were the cool mushrooms. And then there's a warm mushrooms. Yeah, I bought both of those. Then there's this Kirby one. Yes. Yes. Oh, here. This is a better picture. The retro ghosts. I love Pac-Man. The only other thing I do know for a fact. I know Rebecca and I are starting on March 1st. Carolyn Manning's birthday cake, because her birthday is in March and my birthday is in March. And this is a pattern that we agreed we both really, really wanted to start. So I bought the called for DMCs, and I'm going to put it on this white. This is a 22 count. Nope, this is a 20 count. Heck, this might be 18 count. I don't know. It's just white. The only other thing I was thinking of maybe starting, but I'm going to do that Color Fleece Era pattern instead. I was thinking about starting Noctifloras. I've had this pattern, I don't know, for a while. And I wasn't going to buy anything because I'm supposed to not be buying things this year. Now I've decided I'll just be on a low buy. I'm not going to buy a bunch of stuff. I have made a market purchase though, which I'll show whenever those come in. I'm still thinking I might start this. However, I think I might start it this month instead. We'll see. Because I've got a lot of plans this month that I really kind of need to do. So I don't know if I'll do that. Anyway, some stats. I did a total of 20,080 stitches this month. That's not counting how many stitches I did on the Christmas Quaker stocking and sampler. It's not counting my Valentine's Day Quaker. It's not counting my Cocoa Quaker. And that's not counting the Bonkers or the Bear. So I did more than that in the last 5 weeks, 4 something weeks. I'm pretty sure it's been like 5 weeks. So yeah, this was kind of a long one. That's it though. That's all I've got. Bye.